Okay, well, welcome everyone to, well, this is technically the penultimate week of ICPL, but it's going to end up being my last game of the regular season in ICPL. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit interesting, but yeah. So, this week, just to set the scene of what has happened. So, entering this week, the playoff race has consisted of, at the top of the division was the Hopes Peak Deoxys, coached by Josh, one of my good friends. They were at 5-1 plus 16. Entering this week, I was 4-1 plus 7. I won my game against Eden, coach of the Orlando Omanytes, putting me at 5-1 plus 10. So, yeah, and now in third place, we have a definitive third place, and that is Coach Ty and the Vegas Victinis. He is now at 5-2, I think plus 7 right now. So, yeah. This next game will only matter for seeding between me and Josh. So, how playoffs work, the top three seeds get in, but the first overall seed in each division gets a bye week. And I think the two and three seeds of the other divisions have to play each other. So, yeah. So, in like this past week, Ty and Josh had to play, and Ty ended up coming out victorious. So Josh is now 5-2 plus I think 15. So although I don't think I can beat him on differential, I can beat him in terms of record because, well, 6-1 is obviously going to be higher ranked than a 5-2. So I still have a shot to get the number one seed. So that's setting the picture for this game. So yeah, I guess let's just get into the game. I know I have what I think my opponent's going to bring up there. I can't be bothered to fix that right now. But here's the matchup. My team remains unchanged. I mean, it's kind of hard to change my team from what it was in week 7 to week 6. So, yeah. But obviously, Dragapult, Tinglu, Toxapex, Volcarona, Iron Hands, Go-Goat, Braviary, Screamtail, Copperajah, and Cryogonal. I think the only thing that's changed maybe is just like what order the Mons are in, because I think for week 7, the matchup, I put them in like the order I remembered them in. But yeah. But going into their team, I struggled a bit with prepping for this game because their team is just so like awkward. Sorry. Their team is just so awkward. Not to like just like prep and play against, but I think it's also awkward for him to play as well. Let me just like you can see their team. So first up they have Palmot. Palmot can be pretty annoying with Revival Blessing, and it also gets like it can also be annoying with like sub bulk up and everything. Gets a Volt Switch. It's a very fast Pokemon too. So yeah. Electric Fighting coverage does pretty solid against my team, which is why I think he will bring it. And also for Revival Blessing shenanigans. So yeah. What Revival Blessing does if you're not like seasoned with Pokemon, Revival Blessing basically just like if you have a Pokemon that's like fainted or like dead in the battle, you can like use Revival Blessing and just revive that Pokemon. So yeah, it's a one or you only get like one use of it per battle, which kind of balances things out. But yeah, it's still a very, very annoying thing to face, having to deal with 7 Pokemon versus or as opposed to a six. So it's really a 6v7 and not a 6v6. But yeah. Next up, they have Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is another Pokemon I think they'll bring. It can be very annoying with status spam, with Will-O-Wisp T-Wave, and although it lost Pain Split and Defog, Pain Split gave it healing, and then Defog let it remove hazards, like Stealth Rocks or Spikes. It also gets Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, stuff like that. I think in Gen 9 it usually runs like Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, some status move, and frick, I forget what else. Probably Protect, I'm not sure. But I can expect to see it be a defensive set that can like spread status around. So yeah. Next up they have Quaquaval. Quaquaval is a pretty annoying Pokemon that can be bulky with bulk up. And yeah, thankfully, it gets stonewalled by Toxapex. It gets in Headbutt, I think, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference whenever I'm going to be hazing and recovering versus it. And it'll be taking Rocky Helmet Chip, not to spoil my Toxapex set for y'all. But yeah, Quaquaval, it's a solid Pokemon. I think he brings it because, I mean, knowing, like, I think he just sees that it does good versus Ting and I think that'll be enough for him to bring it. So, yeah. Next up, he has Wo-Chien. Not quite sure what it does. I saw Envy make a video about like a mean look Wo-Chien with Ruination Leech Seed, which I'm honestly kind of afraid of for Toxapex, but it shouldn't be anything I can't play around. But uh, we'll see what my live reaction is to it. Um, Next up we have Ceruledge. Ceruledge gave me a bit of grief in prepping for this game. It can be pretty annoying with bulk up or sword stance setup. Sub bulk up is something that I'm in particular afraid of for like Toxapex, like setting up on a Toxic if I only have status moves. Granted, I could have Surf, but I think he's willing to take that risk. But yeah, it gets the perfect coverage for my team. It gets Bitter Blade for healing, and that's a good physical fire move to hit things like Cryogonal, Go-Go, Cabaraja, the Volcarona. It hits Iron Hands and Screamtail neutrally. Braviary gets hits neutrally by it. Shadow Sneak for priority against Dragapult. Psycho Cut for Toxapex and Iron Hands. And then we have Voice Combat for Ting. It just gets the perfect coverage. Granted, I mentioned like 6 or 7 moves it could run. So that means he's gonna have pretty bad 4 move slot syndrome with this. Which it which I know I'm sending this to some people who don't really know a lot about competitive Pokemon, but 4 move slot syndrome is basically whenever you have you have like 5 or 6 moves that you want to run on a Pokemon, but you only have 4 move slots. So you can't really decide on what you want to do. So yeah, that's basically Ceruledge. Next up, I am like I do not want to play this thing, but next up is Espathra. Thankfully, I have 2 of the best Espathra checks in Tinglu and Screamtail, but Espathra is like very, very annoying. It gets its ability is Speed Boost, which raises its speed by 1 stage each turn up to like 6 stages. And it can take advantage of Calm Mind, and it also has a stupid broken move called Lumina Crash, which is a base 80 power special psychic type move that lowers special defense by 2 stages. So if I think I have a switch in that maybe resists psychic, it it will not be able to check Espathra. Like it is stupid. It also gets stored power, which its power scales up with every single boost it gets, and with Calm Mind boosting its special defense and special attack by 1 stage each, and then speed boost at the end of each turn, it very quickly snowballs out of hand. and it gets Dazzling Gleam to take care of Ting Wu, although I don't think it hits it very, very hard. But yeah, Espathra is like very, very annoying to deal with. Next up is Hawlucha. Hawlucha is a bit weird on this team because they don't have a terrain, which Hawlucha usually runs. Like, usually in Gen 8, you would see it like with a Pokemon called Rillaboom, which can summon grassy terrain on switch in. You would usually see Hawlucha run Grassy Seed, which would boost its defense by 1, get used up, and activate its ability Unburden to boost its speed, or to double its speed. So, yeah. Granted, I think that they can run. Sorry about that. Granted, I think that they can run like, um, frick, White Herb or something. Yeah, I think it's White Herb that reduces, or that restores reduced stats. They can run White Herb close combat with Unburden. I think that could be a tech they try to run, maybe with a SD. So that could be something to watch out for. SD, acrobatics, meh, there's so many herbs in Pokemon. I keep confusing Mental Herb with Mirror Herb, and then you have the White Herb. Just like I think it may be White Herb. There's too many herbs. You know which one I'm talking about. I think it may actually be White Herb. I may have said Mental Herb earlier, but yeah, that's Hawlucha. Next up, they have Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is another Pokemon, like just like Ceruledge, that I think suffers from 4 move slot syndrome here. I can realistically see him running Thunder Wave, Reflect, White Screen, Parting Shot, some attacking move, Taunt. I can see him running like all of that. So yeah, Grimmsnarl is going to be pretty annoying, and I need to kind of cover as much stuff as I can with it. So I need to have an out for T-Wave spam. I need to have an out for Taunt. I need to have an out for Light Screen or Reflect, which boosts like the defense and special defense of their team for probably 8 turns. If he carries dual screens, which is Light Screen and Reflect, he's gonna have the item White Quay, which boosts the amount of turns you get of those from 5 to 8. So yeah, I think I think I'll see dual screens here to kind of bolster his defenses. He may run T-Wave and then some attacking move. I think that may be what he brings. Would not be surprised to see Parting Shot though. So next up is Ditto, which is where my setup, like, I wanted, I really wanted to bring setup, but Ditto doesn't really allow that to happen. Because Ditto will copy your Pokemon, it copies your boost, and it can pretty much reverse sweep if it gets the chance to. So, yeah, I gotta be wary of that. I gotta make sure my team can't beat itself. So, if what I said about a 7v6 is not really apparent, yeah, this is a 13v6, so that's fun. And then last up is a Rangaroo. I looked up what this thing could do to me before the battle even started, or before I even started prepping, because I wasn't sure what it does. It can run like trick shenanigans. It can run Trick Room. Um, Something I found funny is Psych Up. I don't think he brings that, but it would be hilarious if he does. But yeah, that's what a Rangaroo does. It can force out Iron Hands if it comes in on it. And that's about all the interesting stuff it does. Same thing with Toxapex, but Ting Wu can kind of just stonewall it, I think. So, yeah. But that's enough about his team. I guess let's get into my team. So, first up, I have Ting Lu. Ting Lu carrying leftovers, Vessel of Ruin, Earthquake, Rock Spikes, Ruination. Ruination is there because I didn't really know what to bring. I figured if like I get this thing in on the Espathra or something. I'm figuring that Ruination may be a better play to just kind of catch Quaquaval or something coming in. Earthquake hits everything pretty hard, and yeah, Rocks and Spikes are there because he doesn't have a good hazard. Like, he doesn't have a good hazard game. So, yeah, I think his only remover is like Quaquaval and like Defog Halucha. So, yeah. He doesn't have the best removal options, and I think Quaquaval is going to be like more of a setup set. So, yeah. Also, I'm sorry about my voice if it keeps like just changing in tone. I'm fighting off yawning. It is like 11:30 and I have been up since 7. So, yeah. But next up, we have Toxapex, which is the next anchor of this defensive core. Rocky Helmet with Toxic, Baneful Bunker, Haze, and Recover. Toxic is there to catch a Spothra on a switch in, and just for general stalling. Baneful Bunker is to punish contact moves, same with Rocky Helmet. So, I did test this out beforehand. If he sets up a sub versus me, and I click Baneful Bunker, he still gets like the regular poison from Baneful Bunker. So I don't know why I said Baneful Bunker like that, but he still gets the regular poisoning from that move. So Toxapex can 1v1 Ceruledge Edging Quaquaval like easily with this set. And same thing with Grimmsnarl too. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I can get a Toxic off on a like Palmot or an Espathra switch in, or even a Rotom Wash switch in, which would be beneficial. Granted, I feel like he may try to go for the Espathra switch in just because it forces more pressure onto my team, and he can get like a free plus one in like special attack, special defense, and speed. He pretty much gets a free Quiver Dance boost. So yeah. Next up, we have. I want to go over Iron Hands after this, but next up we have Go-Go. The other. This was the other third of the Triforce for my defensive core. Leftovers of Sap Sipper. This should be Terra Fairy, not Terra Grass. But Wheat Seed, Hornleech, Player of Protect. So this one, this I got like this. I have this like very, very gut feeling that I need Leech Seed for this game. I'm just feeling that it's gonna be important, and I don't know why. I'm feeling like getting that extra chip on like a Spothra or Edge is just going to be really, really good. And that's just about it. I have Protect to get a little bit more chip with Leech Seed. Then Hornleech and Playref hit pretty much everything neutral or super effectively with the exception of Edge. But that is where Iron Hands comes in. So Iron Hands is leftovers, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Brick Break, Protect. This EV spread allows me to tank a +2 Psycho Cut from Ceruledge. And I think, or it allows me to tank 2 +2 Psycho Cuts from a Jolly Ceruledge. And then Earthquake will do enough back to where I think I can just beat it. Protect is there for leftovers recovery. Granted, if you pull up the calc right now, it would show that I don't actually get like a 3-hit KO by this. But that's where leftovers plus protect comes in. I need that extra recovery to be able to beat Ceruledge 1v1. And I feel like he's just going to try to all-out attack me if he's at +2. So, yeah, I should be able to live a hit at +4. I haven't calced that yet, but I think I should be able to live a hit at +4. If I don't, then I'm in trouble, but I think I have ways out. So next up is Screamtail. Screamtail is running Encore, Dazzling Gleam, Wish, Protect. Wish is there to give are Iron Hands and Ting Wu like more reliable recovery since they don't have the like Wheat Seed plus Horn Leech plus leftovers recovery of Go-Goat or recover like with Toxapex. Wish passing is going to be imperative here as I pretty much am forced to stall out his team. Dazzling Gleam is there to get a bit of extra chip on Palmot and Quaquaval if they're a bulk upset. And Encore is there just to try to lock him into a setup move. So if this is mainly targeted at Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl can if I can walk him into going for Reflect or something, that frees up me being able to go into Dragapult and set up a sub. Which, speaking of Dragapult, yeah, Dragapult's going to be one berry for the Grimmsnarl. I'm very, very afraid of Prankster Thunderwave. And this is sub DD Terra Blast Dragon Darts with Terra Fairy. So my idea is I'm wanting to use this in conjunction with Screamtail. Lock my opponent into a status move, go into Dragapult, set up a substitute, Dragon Dance, Terra Blast, Dragon Darts, and win. This is a pretty specific EV spread that I might have to rework, but it gives me solid all around bulk, and I think it'll allow me to take on or not get 2-hit KO'd by a lot of things because I built this because I originally had White Screen and Reflect on Screamtail, but now I don't anymore. So regardless, I think this will allow me to take these, or take, more hits. So, yeah, more hits from more things. So, that's the general idea with the team. This is very, way more defensive than I ever wanted to build. But the thing about my opponent's team is it's so offensive. It is very, very hyper offensive centric. There is only one way for me to win this, and that is rely on my defense to just kind of suffocate their team and slowly grind them down. So, yeah, and the more I can prolong their offensive attack, because I feel like their victory will rely on speedy setup, maybe dual screens, letting setup get out of hand is how they win this. And this defensive build just doesn't really allow that to happen. He's going to have to set up at least +2 in every, or in whatever stat he wants. Maybe +3 if he wants a better chance of it. But yeah. But anyways, I am going to take my tired ass off the mic, and I will see you in a second for this battle, even though the battle is actually going to be in a couple days on my end, because I'm recording this pretty much right after my, well, not really right after my week 7 battle, but I'm recording it on the same day as my week 7 battle. It's 11:38 at night for me, so yeah, I'm gonna take my tired ass off the mic, and I will catch you in the battle, and let Adam from the future take over. Okay, so finally game time. Let's go. Alright. There was not about an hour of technical difficulties. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much they don't bring exactly what I thought they bring. They bring the Ditto over Rotom Wash and Hawlucha over Grimmsnarl. Shoot. Grimmsnarl and so Hawlucha. And no Rotom. Instead, Ditto. Okay, so I'm going to probably just weed Toxapex here. Actually, we'll weed Tinglu. What the heck? Tinglu is just a solid weed all around. I need to keep it healthy for the Espathra, but yeah, it's just a solid all around weed. Okay. There's Hawlucha, so we're going to hard switch out into Toxapex. Alright. Then I want to quick Toxic this turn as they switch out into the Espathra. Just gotta play straightforward. Let's see, it's either gonna be a Espathra or a Palmite. Yep, there's the Espathra. Okay. Right, cannot let this thing go for Women Crash. So hard Qingwu should be able to tank a D-Gleam. So yeah. This should be, just don't need to overcomplicate things. All mind. Yep. We'll get a speed boost up, but Toxapex is still going to be pretty free if he switches in Hawlucha. And he has leftovers. I'm going to try to set up Stealth Rocks. Though honestly, actually Ruination may not be a bad play. I'm going to, I think, Quick Ruination. There's Dazzling Gleam. Ruination comes off. Okay. This thing's getting pretty weak, so we should be able to take it out soon. I just gotta keep Xingwu healthy. I want a quick Earthquake this turn. Because I think he may try to let this thing go down. Get as much damage off on this thing as it can. So, yeah. Again, if he switches, then it's whatever. Sends in Quaquaval, which we have a pretty easy play with Toxapex. Okay, this is an offensive Quaquaval, so I can tell it doesn't have any Fizz Def, because that did a lot. Okay. Back into Toxapex. If you quick sub, then I want a Baneful Bunker this turn. Wave Crash. Okay. I'll take Recoil and Rocky Helmet. We'll just probably quick recover. So this is already pretty good for me. Alright. So he switches. So I get a free recover off on something. Let me adjust this a bit. Yeah. So I'll get a free recover off on something. He goes into Halucha, which is a bit weird. I get a free toxic off on this thing, though we may have like taunt on this. I want to keep quick and toxic. And he switches. Probably gonna go Palmot maybe? Or Espathra. Goes Ditto. Alright, so let's see. What's my safest play versus my own set? He may honestly try to toxic me. So I'll Baneful Bunker and see what he wants to do. And he walks himself into Baneful Bunker. Okay, so that means Iron Hands is pretty free. Quick Claw. Okay. That's an interesting tech. And it may cost me a bit of health on this. Quick Haze. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good, we're good. I could have went Dragapult there. What's Baneful Bunker? So it will get poisoned this turn. So this is a bit annoying, but I'm thinking that if I can play the in-game like going Dragapult on something and setting up, it'll be so much easier. Switches out into what? I don't know. He goes into Sarrow Edge. Alright. This is what I designed this to take on. Alright, so he's probably gonna try to quick Psycho Cut or something. Honestly, well, I'm not gonna risk anything. I'm just gonna quick EQ. He may be trying to pivot around to get Ditto in. Nope, Psycho Cut. We eat it. And Sarrow Edge will go down. Yep. Alright. Sarrow Edge down. That's one threat out of the way. Probably gonna try to go Espathra here. If I had to take a guess. Which I'm just going to go into a Screamtail and try to do it from there. I still need this thing to take on Palmite, so yeah. Yep, there's the Espathra. I may honestly try to quick Dazzling Gleam as I go into this. But I'm going to go into Screamtail. As he goes Hawlucha, so we pretty much read that like a book. Alright. I think they were trying to read Tinglu. I want to quick Dazzling Gleam. May have seen my roommate just walk across the screen. Sky Attack, so he has Power Herb. But I should live this. That was even a crit and I lived it. Okay. So, what do I do now? So, you're going to get the Unburden boost. I'm thinking that I'll just go... Thinking I'll just stay in, actually. I want to quick protect. So he's going to send out Ditto. Okay. Transforms into Screamtail. This may be my chance to get Dragapult in to Terra Fairy and do some stuff. Because he doesn't have the best, like, answer for this. So I'm going to quick Wish. He encores me. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're up 6-5 right now, so we're still in a pretty commanding position for this game. So... I'm going to probably go into... I don't know. I want to go into Godfrey, I think, and try to get a Toxic off on this thing. Had a feeling he'd try to run some Ditto trickery. And he goes into the Espathra. Okay. So it gets my read right, but it doesn't really matter because Espathra is getting very, very weak. And the more time spent switching, it's less time battling, and we only have like 8 minutes left, so... I want to switch into Team Wu. I'm not going to allow this to go any further than it needs to go. And he clicks Roost. Okay. So, does he try to go Hawlucha on this? I don't think I need to overread. Because Hawlucha still gets stopped. And Ditto's not going to want to come in on an EQ. I think if Ditto comes in, then I'm just going to quick EQ again. So he will switch into the Ditto. So I'm going to quick EQ again, as he will probably try to get up rocks or spikes on me. Just to try and punish my switching. Though this may be the chance I need to go into Dragapult immediately and quit Terra Fairy Terra Blast. Actually, no. I'm gonna quick Earthquake again. Because his defense still can't beat me, or his offense can't beat me. Like, what am I worried about? Most he's gonna get up is another layer. That's it. Because Hawlucha is going to get stonewalled by Toxapex. There's the Lucha. And although Spike's chip is going to help, it's not going to be enough for him. And I can play this game all day. I have Regenerator. So this is a winning battle for me. Dream Punch. Not recovering back much. Covers like 2% back. But Rocky Helmet Chip's gonna wear this thing down. And I will get pretty much a free like, toxic on something. He may try to go Palmite now. No, he goes Ditto again. Okay, but this just allows me to go into Iron Hands for free. And I can get like a free Thunder Punch off. Still nothing wants to come in on it. But I need to get a Wish off into this thing in order to have a chance at this, or I just need to stall. Because this is a winning battle for me. Like, I 100% win this at the rate this is going. Quick Claw. So, we'll use Baneful Bunker. That's okay. Just trying to whittle me down. Alright. I got an idea. I have a dumb idea. I kind of want a quick EQ on the Palmite. He stays in. Okay. I think I just go Screamtail again. And then just Wish into this. Because, like, you can't do this all day. I can. Pokemon, Screamtail. Okay. He may try to get a Toxic off this turn. No, he doesn't. Okay. I want to Encore him into Baneful Bunker. And then Quick Wish Protect. Because he might try to Toxic me. And he Terras. Okay, what's his Terra gonna be? Terra Normal. Which is interesting. Encore him into this. This is certainly not how I wanted the battle to go. I wanted to play this out. I want to Wish. And he switches. So this pretty much auto counters Ditto. And there's the Palmite. Screamtail is actually going to carry me. I'll live any hit it throws at me. There's the switch. Probably going to try to go Ditto again. Yep. Two minutes left till the battle ends. I want to Wish again. I feel bad for doing it this way, but I think this is the way I gotta win it. I'm going to go into Toxapex right now. I feel so bad for my opponent, man. I'm sorry. But this is how I had to do it. This is how I had to do it. It's unfortunate, but it's how I had to do it. I could have went Iron Hands there, but I didn't feel safe. So I should win this 6-5. Going into Espathra as a last-ditch effort to break the game open. Probably going to try to go for Calm Mind here, and I'll just fire off an EQ. I am so sorry to my opponent. This is not how I wanted this to go, but it's kinda how it went. I am so sorry. My defense was just so good this game. I couldn't not bring it. And I just gotta switch into Screamtail and it's over. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. This whole hour of setting this game up, and it ends in this. I'm so sorry. I gotta go apologize to him, man. Switch Screamtail. That was not a good game. That sucked, man. I did not like that. I hate when games go down to timer, but it went down to timer. So, this is going to be a 1-0 win by virtue of the timer this week. I'm so sorry to my opponent, but it's how it happened. So, with that being said, we won the division. Your Mistralton City Mews are the ICPL Season 10 UVA Division champions. We finish at a record of 6-1 plus 11 differential, and we move on to the playoffs, which won't be for another couple weeks. We will be taking on, I think, it's going to be the winner of like some game, but we get a bye week round 1, so that's nice. But anyways, until then, peace out, and GG Dementia. I am so sorry for how the game went. So sorry for the build up too. Like it was awful. I had very bad switch errors. Had to I had to like redo my team on the fly. Clone a copy of my team just so I could get it into or have it be able to be used in a regular battle, since I was originally planning on doing an online competition for the 60-minute timer. And yeah, it's just so many things went wrong in prep for this. Thank you for sticking with me, and you're welcome for sticking with you as well. But good game, Dementia. I hope you have a great day, man. I am so sorry. But anyways, guys, peace out. Well, I said peace out, but was it really peace out? Well, it's peace out now.